Okay, what we're going to make here is an improvised Betty lamp. I'm sure there's a lot of different names for them from a lot of different countries. Originally they would have been just a hollowed out rock with animal fat and some sort of absorbent wick in them. Later on they started making shallow bowls out of clay with a wick in them and filling it with oil, and that was I believe one of the first Roman style lamps is like that. Later on they covered them up, put a top on them, and made some other improvements, like a handle. I think the top, you'll see if you go look at Roman lamps, you'll see that there's a top on them, and there's mostly there. It's for to stop from spillage, but I think it was also to keep the little critters out, like moths and what other little bugs might end up in your lamp. So that's something to consider. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how I make an improvised Betty lamp. I guess that's what you'd call it. All I need, I've got an old tuna can, some wire, some old cloth, which is a piece of blue jeans, and I'll show you how I do it. Okay, a couple of pieces of wire. All I do is bend them together. See that? Yeah. So I've twisted that up, and now I'm going to bend it like this and like this. Old piece of blue jean. Thread it through that eye that I made, and you've got a wick holder. Put it in your tuna can. It doesn't really have to be a tuna can, of course, but you get the idea. And what I'm using there is vegetable oil. Try not to spill it. I have a bit of trouble with that. And then you light it. One problem these Betty lamps had is that you had to adjust the wick a lot. That's why they were unpopular. Well, I won't say they were unpopular, but that was one of the drawbacks. You see the flame on that is getting pretty big, and it'll probably start to smoke pretty soon. So I'm going to have to adjust the wick. It's kind of hard to see, I know. Can't see, it started smoking. But anyway, to adjust the wick, all I I do is get my handy dandy pair of scissors and trim it off just a little bit. I'll put it out, unfortunately. So all I did was shorten the wick to the point where it stopped smoking. Okay, so that there is olive oil. No, that's not olive oil, that's soybean. Anyway, vegetable oil. That one is bacon drippings, so lard. This one here is tallow, which comes from beef and sheep, and that one's actually old sump oil. It was kind of hard to trim it down to stop it smoking, but I got it there eventually. So, one of the big advantages and why I really like these, and I'm going to make myself a better quality one, like a real proper Betty lamp, is that they can burn lots of different types of oils and fats, and that's something I think is really cool. And they give off a pretty good light.